Tomorrow we're having one of the biggest changes in gameplay in a long time. The experience system is getting a complete rework and the game will be completely different from playing tomorrow. I do think it's going to be a positive change. We're going to talk about, of course, in this video, so you guys know exactly what it's about. Also a small nerf in this patch at the same time. I was hoping for a bit of a bigger balance patch still, but I mean, the experience is already a big enough change on its own, right? That's going to change the game, so I guess they're going to not balance the game, see how this goes, and then probably with a balance patch depending on win rates. Also, I'm going to make a bit of a tier list in the end of what Pokemon probably should still play XP share, and maybe which ones don't have to do it anymore, right? Because that's also going to be very important. So, first of all, of course, we have here again the experience system adjustments. We'll go in a second. First, let's look at the nerf to Mega Gyarados, the only Pokemon getting a nerf in this patch. Of course, most of you are unlocking it right now for free, so you're not going to get experience Mega OP Gyarados, but be happy, at least you get to play it without being banned or something. You don't have to feel bad about playing it. It definitely deserved a nerf. It should have been, it should have been nerfed probably a week ago already, so a bit late on this one. First, we have the passive getting nerfed, less defense penetration, less special defense and defense in Mega Evolution, then Drink Breath, 15% less damage on those auto attacks, and then also Unite Move with 25% more energy requirement. Then there's also some bug fixes. Sometimes when you were the one who got Kyogre, you had insane healing stats. They're fixing this. But I see the problem I see right now, I see nothing about ranked. So that kind of worries me. In case you don't know right now, I pretty much cannot play ranked. I can't even post my DLC channel. I pretty much have to abandon right now because I cannot play the game. So, yeah, I cannot play ranked. I'm in queue for 1 hour and then I load into a draft and then the game crashes and then maybe someone gets remade because someone didn't rejoin. It is bad. So I don't see nothing to the rank system. I'm legend and I just cannot find games, unfortunately. It is tough. It is tough. So, but now to the bigger change, the XP share or experience change. What is gonna happen is pretty simple, actually. So the way it works right now is, if you get a last hit and your lane partner is with you, the person who last hits the, let's say, Indeedee, you get 70% if you get the last hit and your lane partner gets 30. If your lane partner last hits the Indeedee, they get 70 and you get 30% of experience, alright? That's how it works. Actually, let me find the picture where it makes it even easier to see. But let's read first through it and then I will make it visually a bit clearer as well. So, first, if KO'd by one Pokemon, ally KO'd Pokemon will gain 1% of the experience. Obviously, if you're alone, you get all the experience. If KO'd by two, each Pokemon present will gain 65% of the base experience points for a total of 130, increasing the total amount gained as a team. If KO'd by three, the total amount of experience points, 130% that would be gained by KOing two monsters, will be distributed equally among all the monsters present. So the Pokemon, of course, that are around, so all of you get the same amount of experience shared across the point. And then we also have changes to XP share. XP share is getting more HP now, but pretty much this entire... So again, I'm going to explain how it works now, right? I mean, people don't know how experience share works anyways. So, on the left side, you see how it's without XP share. 30%, it's how it's right now. And if Blissey gets the last hit, it's 70-30. If Blissey has XP share equipped, this changes. If Blissey has XP share equipped, Blissey gets 30% and Garchomp gets 100%. Doesn't matter who gets the last hit. So in both cases, if Garchomp last hits and Blissey's close with XP share, Garchomp gets 100%, Blissey gets 30. If Blissey gets the last hit, Blissey gets 30 and Garchomp gets 100. Without XP share, you can see it's 70-30. Now, it will be 65-65. So it doesn't matter who gets the last hit. It doesn't matter if your lane has XP share or not. Both of you will gain 65% of the experience. So you no longer have to fight your ally over last hits, which can be pretty painful, especially on those early bunnies, right? Running to lane and you see your lane partner taking all the bunnies. Suddenly you don't get level 3. Very annoying, right? And also XP share is no longer overpowered. Right? XP share was always very unfun. So if if the enemies had a Dooku who had XP share, and you had to lane with, I don't know, Mikey playing Lane Greninja, and no XP share, you already had such a big disadvantage just from one single item. You were losing 30% of experience on every single last hit. So this has pros and cons, of course, now. The pros of this, it's going to make solo queue much better to play. For the simple reason, as you don't have to fight your allies over last hits, right? You can just pick something in lane. You no longer, like, it doesn't matter if your ally has XP share or not. You will be better off overall, right? On average. Only negatives, of course, you get a bit less experience now. 5% less experience potentially for taking the last hit. And XP share is useless, which means jungle will be a bit overpowered again, I feel like. For the simple reason is that laners will have a harder time getting level 5 for their Tarrier fight because of not XP share existing. That's one of the cons, right? If you share 65-65, then yeah, I mean, nothing is gonna happen, right? So, I mean, you lose 35% of experience pretty much on your solo laners, on your carries. So the meta can change a lot on this patch. The meta could change a lot. It could also be, at some point, you just leave someone alone on a lane, and you have your support with XP share still just running around the map, maybe following the jungler around as well, or something. You could, yeah, double jungling could be a thing, right? Leaving someone alone on a lane, going somewhere else as 3 could be a thing. Just having 2 carries on a lane that are very aggressive, trying to steal every last hit from opponents away. I feel like it's gonna make the game much more strategic and much more fun, instead of just, oh, I have Blissey with XP share, I'm Lucario, I get the experience, I'm level 5, and that's it, and the enemies have no chance, right? So it's gonna be very interesting to find out how this is going to go. For me, as a solo queue player, I think I'm very happy with this, as I lose 5% of experience potentially, but on average it will be better because I don't have to fight my allies over every single last hit. And if I lane with a Greninja who gets the last hits, I no longer just like, yeah, okay, I'm just under-leveled now. So your lanes will be, on average, higher, but the top, like the carry on top and bot will be on average a bit lower due to, well, yeah, not getting 1% of the experience, which is pretty much impossible now. If you're S2, you can never get 1% of the experience, only 65. But again, some of you might be skeptical about this. Again, this is going to make jungling probably even better, but there's going to be maybe a lot of strategies around this. What I think might be worse now is definitely stacking on level 1, right? Unless your lane partner is going to go to the other side with you. Stacking is definitely nerfed because you lose 30%. So, yes, if you're alone on a last hit, you get 100%. But as a team, if you're not S2 on lane around the last hit, you lose 30% of the experience, potentially, right? So, if both teams split up, it's of course fine. But it might be, maybe attack weight and special specs will be a bit worse on this patch just because I feel like you want to play with your lane partner just to make sure you get 30% more experience on a last hit, right? At least in my opinion. We'll see. I'm so excited for this. I have no idea how this is going to play out. It sounds very exciting. But again, so if we play XP share, for example, still need, you know, like on especially on roaming Pokemon, you still want experience share. Doesn't matter what. It lost the entire effect, right? So it lost the entire effect of, I'm going to show it as well, just make sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. This entire effect right here is going to go. This right here. Share, gain experience if the holder didn't participate in KO, and the holder separately gains 30% of the total XP points instead. This is going to completely go. That will not be the same on this patch. So that is completely gone. And now it's only more HP, and it just keeps the thing of, if you're the lowest level in the team, you gain passive experience. So it's still great on supports and defender Pokemon who don't want to farm, and maybe also roam around a bit. So someone like Sableye wants to play it still, 100%. Maybe someone like Wigglytuff, you cannot, I mean, you can farm on Wigglytuff, doesn't make a lot of sense often, not really. Something you just want to roam around, right? You definitely still want to play XP share on. So any of these Pokemon, actually Comfey doesn't need experience share, right? Anymore. Like, wait, yeah, so this is already, I feel like it's gonna be very exciting of a patch. Comfey doesn't roam around, and you don't really gain anything. You will be the same level as the person that you're attached to, right? The entire game, pretty much. So someone like Comfey will no longer play it. But if you're someone like Snorlax, you know, someone like Mamoswine, I'm not gonna put all the Pokemon here right now. Like, it depends on build, of course, right? Like, some crossed builds want to farm, some crossed builds just want to, yeah, or Heavy Slam or Flay. Flay definitely will not play XP share, while Heavy Slam we will play XP share. Mamoswine, Earthquake, Ice Fang is still a great XP share build. But now, for example, you know, we used to play, not anymore maybe, we used to play XP share on attacker Pokemon, right? On some, and I think now you just don't do that anymore. For what reason, right? Like, you're laning with your lane partner, you're not really roaming with these. So it used to be popular, but I think now it's just not really needed. Unless, again, you roam around a lot, right? It depends. It depends. Like, this is gonna be exciting to find out. What is gonna be around this XP share meta, right? I think Latias as well don't need XP share, because you will just hit your opponents, lane with someone, be there present in the last hits, right? So, yeah. It's gonna be very interesting. I really just don't know how it's gonna be like. So, someone like Blastoise as well, I don't see myself ever playing XP share on Blastoise again. And Aedigos even as well, like, you're gonna be in lane, right? This is just good for people who roam a lot. But if you're playing with your lane partner all the time, you will get experience from the last hits, the same as everyone else. So you're gonna be finally a bit higher level. And I think it's good, healthier for the game if everyone is also a bit higher level and it's not just only the carries. Because playing defender Pokemon can be very boring if you're just stuck on XP share duty. It's just not very fun and engaging. I'm not gonna put all the Pokemon in here right now. But again, XP share could also be completely gone. It could be completely gone. Someone like Sableye though, definitely 100%. It needs to be tested. I don't know. It's crazy. Depends on build. So you can already see I have even not, I mean myself, I really don't know how it's gonna work or how it's gonna be. So it's gonna be very interesting. But yeah, already Comfey running XP share Comfey seems completely pointless now. So you can just run 3 items on it. And what else could we do? So Slowbro depends on build, right? You just stay on lane. I think Lapras would never run XP share right now. You don't really roam as well. Maybe Woodhammer Trevenant would still run it, because you set ambushes, right? So, yeah. Psyduck would probably still need it, because you don't really farm, you run around catching people. And Mime depends on the build as well. There was also some other Pokemon people played XP share on, right? But, I mean, Suicune, probably not either anymore. I don't see why. Again, you stay in lane all the time, right? So, this patch is going to be exciting. I hope you guys are excited for it too. And then again, out here, depends on the build. If you play Draining Kiss, you can farm, obviously. You're going to be there. Blissey, I feel like you still just run XP share anyways. You're just going to run around the map, try to heal. But in the end, I feel like it's not that crazy of an item. It really isn't. So Hooper and Sableye invade a lot. They run around the map a lot. For them, it makes a lot of sense. So, it's again, I'm not sure myself. So, it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Even Creamy, I mean, you're just gonna be with the lane partner all the time. Like, you're not roaming, right? Necessarily. These are just Pokemon you roam with. And the other ones, yeah, needs to be tested. And I think on these ones down here, you just don't need to run it anymore at all, right? So, yeah, I hope you guys are ready. I'm ready. I am curious how this is going to go. Maybe it's going to make me play defender and support also a bit more if I get actually higher level and not forced to run XP share. Because XP share is a very boring item to play as well. And yeah, let me know what you think about XP share. Are you still going to play it? Do you think it's bad now? And which Pokemons you would agree on still playing it? And yeah, I will see you guys all in the next video. So have a good one. Bye-bye.